Welcome back for some more adaptive yoga. We've been focusing on a lot of different areas of the body, also the breath. We now are going to focus on some upper body, neck, and shoulders, which is a really important area for all of us, but especially people with movement disorders, Parkinson's disease. Things tend to get really tightened up and rigidified in these areas, and that can lead to discomfort or just a real profound lack of mobility. So we want to keep things moving up through here and keep it as pain-free as possible as well. So as you are ready, I'd like you to be sitting comfortably upright. A good solid firm chair like the one I'm sitting on is a optimal choice, I find, like a folding metal chair, but a good solid dining room chair, whatever you feel is going to be comfortable for you and not roll away on you in any way. And then you just to sit up tall and maybe bring your body a little bit forward on the seat of the chair so you're not too far back. I'm just going to get in touch with your breath now. Feel and sense your breath as it's flowing in and out. And we're going to get in touch with a little bit more of a rigorous breath with some activation of these muscles through here. So we're going to inhale deeply and shrug your shoulders up by your ears and hold it just for a few seconds there, and then on a nice good exhalation, really let things go. We're going to do that about 5 full times now. Really letting go. A few more. And again. Excellent. Now just slow and easy, gentle shoulder rolls in a forward, up, back, and down motion. Breathing with it. Make sure you're working in your pain-free range of motion. We'll continue to explore this more and more. And now let's relax. Balance out the shoulders. Feel a little bit of an opening across the chest and shoulders as best you can. Hands resting on your thighs, giving those arms some support. Now just your head, please. Let's say yes very slowly. Tucking the chin down and in, and inhaling up, inhaling, and then exhaling as you tuck the chin back down. We'll want to do at least 8 to 10 of these. Gradually warming up this area, the neck muscles, the upper traps, working through your cervical spine, finding out how it feels as it moves through this range of motion. A couple more times. And then finally, we'll re-lengthen back up through the neck and really feel that sense of elongation, maybe even a sense that the head is hovering just a little bit more right on top of the spine where we want it. A little bit more upper back, chest, and shoulders. I'd like you to reach your arms up and out in front of you here. Might as well take some movement through the hands and the fingers while you're there, bringing that energy all the way through the arms into the fingers. Then we'll splay out the fingers, energizing the hands, and open the arms out wide, inhaling here, and exhaling, pulling forward. You might lightly touch the palms together here. Move with your breath. And again, at least 8 to 10 repetitions if that's comfortable and pain-free for you, because we really want to warm up these areas, the shoulder joints and all the supporting muscles of the shoulders. Good. That head and neck movement wants to come through along with the arms. I encourage you to do that. Just a few more for now. Last one. This one will inhale and really lengthen out the spine, the arms out to the sides, and then lower on down. Again, hands can come to rest on the thighs. Take a few mindful breaths. Then we're going to open up the sides of the neck a little bit here and really get into the stretching of these side neck muscles that go into the shoulder and shoulder blades. So we're going to tilt your ear over towards your shoulder, just to that point where you feel a nice lengthening stretch on the opposite side. We're going to stay here for a few breaths. So feel free to micro move just a little bit, changing the angle of your head only so slightly to explore other areas of tension that need the awareness and maybe a little extra stretch in there. Just a few more breaths. And then we'll inhale our way back on up. Feel a nice lengthening effect of the spine all the way through the neck. And now we'll take it over to the other side. Easing the ear on over towards the shoulder. Breathe. And again, subtle micro movements of the head as it feels good, bringing more awareness into those areas that really need it. All right, take one more breath with your head over on this side. And then an inhalation will bring you back on up. Nice and long, lengthening through both sides. Bigger arm movements with the shoulders. Arms reaching up as you inhale and exhale down slowly. So really work towards matching this movement with your breath. And if the shoulders are feeling happy, no pain or compromise at all there, then let's expand the arms a little more open out to the sides if that feels good to you. Moving with your breath a few more times. Great. Last one for now. And then we'll lower the arms on down. Getting a little more rigorous, shoulders, upper body strengthening, and engaging those muscles of the upper back, especially the ones that draw your shoulder blades together and the shoulders back. So we're gonna reach your arms out in front now, make a light fist, bend the elbows, and pull them back behind you as much as comfortable, and then reach back out again as you inhale. Exhale, draw them in and back. Inhale, out in front. And if the arms are feeling really good, you can go for even a bigger reach up and overhead. It's just a lot more you're asking of the body there, so just make sure that feels right for you. Notice I'm pretty slow and deliberate about these movements. I want you to feel those muscles engaging, tracking the shoulders in the best way for you, drawing them back. Couple more. Last one for now. And then we'll bring them on back and in, lower the arms on down to your sides. Again, gentle shoulder rolls, breathing through. Now, if you're not sure if you're getting your fullest range of motion in these shoulder rolls, you might add in more of the arms. So like you're leading with your elbows. See if that helps you really feel like you're getting more range of motion, your fullest mobility, pain-free range of motion. Couple more. All right, last one. We'll lower the arms on down. Feel that expansion, cross the chest and shoulders, and certainly some energy and warmth, I would imagine by now, through these areas. So we're gonna take it into the side body just a little bit from here too, because it is all connected, and we want to be able to expand, open, and breathe effectively too. So we're gonna take a little side stretch where I'm gonna use this hand over here to give me some support, either on the chair somewhere or around your hip. And then as it feels comfortable, we'll reach the opposite arm into the space above you and feel an expansion coming through that side body. Now feel free to tilt your head again over to that downward shoulder, and possibly the shoulders can shift that direction just a little bit more. Breathe, feeling the expansion through this side body, the rib cage. And then we'll come on up nice and slow, lengthening, lowering down. Feel that sense of balance here, even though you probably feel pretty different from one side to the other at the moment. Now let's balance it out. Taking the other arm down into the chair, supporting you in some ways there, and then opposite arm comfortably reaches into the sky above. Full breath, and then we'll ease it up and over just a bit more, tilting the head over to the side as that's comfortable for you, shoulders as well. Good. A few more breaths, feeling that side body expanding, opening. And then on an inhalation, we'll bring it back on up. Nice and long, arms rotating on down. Place the hands on the thighs once again, maybe a few shoulder rolls, feeling a nice symmetry of the upper body with these. And then allow the shoulders to release back and down and really get tall. Really feel the length of your spine coming up and out through the crown of your head, the very top of the head. Also get a sense that your chin is about parallel to the floor. And we're going to slowly rotate just the head around from side to side as far as is comfortable for you. Working through this range of motion as comfortably as it can be, but do take it around as far as it can go for you. One more round to each side for now. And then back to a centered position, squaring off, facing forward again. Arms, let's reach them out into the space in front of you once again. Open the hands up and out a few more times. And then we'll expand and open nice and wide. Now this time, as we come forward, we're going to cross over. Say your right arm over top of your left, and then open wide again as you inhale. Exhale, cross left over the right this time. Bringing the crosses up the arms as much as you can. Paying attention to your shoulder comfort here. I'm going to do a few more of these. Good. Okay. Now, last one. Left will cross over the right, and then we'll open nice and wide. Now, bring the arms forward again. Cross your right over the left this time, and now bend at the elbows and try reaching around and up towards your opposite shoulders with each hand. Get up as high on the shoulders as you can comfortably be. So depending on you and your flexibility, you might be grabbing under the shoulders, maybe around the shoulder blades. Some of you might be able to get on top of the shoulders. That's great if you can. And just let it be comfortable there for you. Give a little bit of a grasp. You might even use your hands and fingers here to give yourself a little bit of a massage or feel like you're giving yourself a good, well-deserved hug. When those arms are comfortably in place, feel a little bit of weight through the shoulders, lowering them down just a little bit more, and let's do a little side tilt. One ear over towards the shoulder. Take a few breaths. And then back up again, nice and long, over to the other side. And back up again, nice and long. Now, as we go here, really pay attention to what feels best for your joints. Feel free to modify or skip this if it doesn't feel right for you. Try lengthening the spine and lifting your elbows just a little bit up off the chest. And then release the hands from the shoulders and see how you could possibly reach your fingertips directly up towards the ceiling. So you're working more towards a perpendicular position with the forearms to the floor. You're reaching the backs of the hands towards each other as best you can. If this is feeling pretty good, let's get a little bit of movement into it. Maybe rounding and hugging the elbows in a bit, and then lifting the elbows up and away. Head and neck are going to go with it as it feels good. Now, for those of you that have done some traditional yoga before, you might recognize this arm position. And it's often done for the very flexible in a bind where you actually wrap your lower hand around the upper hand, wrist, whatever you can reach. That's fine if that really does come easily for you, but let's not force that, okay? And that's why I'm perfectly fine, maybe even more beneficial if you can just energize the arms, the hands as close together as possible, and it's perfectly fine if they're more out here like this. Last one for now though, please. And then we'll lower the shoulders, balancing it out in front of you, releasing the arms and open really wide apart. Let's lower down for now, and this time with the shoulder rolls, we're going to go in a forward rolling motion, one at a time. So this is as if you were doing the crawl stroke if you're swimming. So get that nice full range of motion. Try to release any tension or fatigue out of the shoulders as best you can now. A couple more times around. And then balance it out. Place both your hands on the thighs for a moment to help those shoulders really balance out. Nice full breath or two here. And then let's extend both arms straight up in front of you again. Wake up the hands, the fingers, and then open wide. Inhale. Exhale, pull forward. This time your left arm crosses over the right, crosses up far up on your arms as you can. Then let's explore wrapping the hands up around the shoulders. Wherever they can reach comfortably, explore it. Might be different on this side, so explore what really does work best for you. Maybe give yourself a little bit of a massage, a little squeezing, or at least feeling like you're giving yourself a nice hug. Breathe with that, and eventually I'd like you to feel like you can let the shoulders relax, releasing down a little bit more here. So maybe those hands and the arms are helping with that kind of feeling of weight into the shoulders. Now again, we'll inhale up through the length of the spine, and then exhale, tilt the ear over towards the shoulder. A few breaths. And then we'll inhale our way on up. Now over opposite side. And then inhaling our way back on up. Find your length. Now feel this as it goes, works well for you here. We're gonna lift the elbows up a little bit off of the chest. Find your breath here and really go slowly as you explore the possibility of bringing the forearms and the hands more up in front of you. So the fingers are reaching towards the ceiling above, and the arms, forearms here are about perpendicular to the floor as best you can. Notice I'm energizing here with the arms and hands. You could go for the full bind, but don't feel you need to force that. You could even have your hands still out here, keeping the shoulders nice and stable. Let's lift on an inhalation. Exhale, round and tuck them in a bit. Nice, moving with breath a few more times. Okay, as you feel complete with them on this side, we'll take the arms to about shoulder or chest level out in front of you. Inhale here, exhale, lengthen out through the arms, open nice and wide. Take an inhale, exhale, lower back on down. Now, one arm at a time, shoulder rolls in a backstroke kind of fashion. Feeling more warmth, more mobility, I hope. Certainly more awareness. And then we're going to go for a real dynamic strengthening maneuver here for the upper back and shoulders. And lots of ways that you can modify this. Certainly you could make it more subtle than what I might be doing. And there are other modifications to this, such as laying down on the floor on your belly and lifting the body, the upper body, shoulders, chest, as much as you could away from the floor. Can be a little more awkward or challenging depending on back issues or how comfortable you are on the floor. So I'm going to demonstrate today this one in a seated position in hopes that you really get that feeling of the upper back activating, backs of the shoulders as well. So place your feet out in front of you, down there on the floor, so you have a real good solid foundation, and then also tone in the abdominal muscles, pulling your navel back towards your spine. Try to maintain as much of a lengthened spine and torso here as we go into it, just a slight bit of a forward lean, if you will. Not a fold so much down there, but a lean and a lengthening coming forward. So once you have a comfortable angle that you've discovered that you can maintain, then we're going to take those arms and reach down kind of just beyond your feet or toes out there in front of you. Then, as best as you can, we'll start with the elbows bending maybe a little more in toward you, your side ribs, and squeeze those shoulder blades together behind, and then reach back out again. So for shoulder issues, you're going to be exploring what's a good angle and work within your pain-free range of motion. But if it works for you to open the arms out kind of far from the body, elbows more out to the sides as you squeeze your shoulder blades together, I'd like you to work that. Otherwise, come in closer, find that angle that really does work well for you. Now we can also add in a little bit more upper body movement as long as you can maintain a lengthened spine, torso, and there's no pain or strain in your back. Okay, so we're really going to work that engagement, upper back, shoulder blades, backs of the shoulders, and of course your neck is having to work at this too because you're holding the head in a lengthened position out there. That requires some work as well. So a few more of these for now, and as you progress with these exercises, you're gonna wanna do more. But for now, let's take last one, engaging, and then we'll lift back up, lengthen the spine, open the arms out wide, and exhale, lower on down. Let the hands come to rest on the thighs. Very good. Let's take shoulder rolls, both at the same time. Nice and easy going, more to kind of release any tension or fatigue from these areas. And then we'll let the shoulders release back and down. Lengthen the spine, chin about parallel to the floor. Make a soft rotation around. A few more of those. And then re-lengthen as you square off back and front. One more, and then this is going to be trying to get a little bit more of a relaxed state, but in a very expanded way in the body. Now, if you were doing your back exercises that we just did here on the floor, you would just roll over on your back and simulate what I'm doing. But for those of us staying up in the chair, we're going to scoot the hips as far forward on the chair as you can, and then lean on back. You can plant your feet anywhere you need to for comfort. Some people might like to lengthen them out, and others might want to keep the knees bent, feet planted. Then we're going to take the arms up into the space above, reaching up and back as much as you can. Now, if we can get some arm movements going through here that feel good, take that through. But if the back of your chair does not support comfort for this movement, then let's work on just getting you comfortable so you can really lean back and open your front body, chest, and shoulders. For some people, that's going to require that your head is getting supported. So you might use your hands. Come around behind the head, cup the hands, maybe interlace your fingers, whatever feels good. And as you lean back even more, take a few deep, full breaths, open your arms or shoulders out to the sides as much as you can, lengthening the neck and expanding your front body just a bit more. Take a good few more breaths, make this feel good. This can be lovely down on the floor, just laying on your back and just letting the whole body stretch out really long. Okay, so you might feel a little more supported, but it's great to be able to do it in a chair if it's comfortable. Coming out of it, if you're seated in a chair, let's release. Arms coming forward. You may want to grasp the sides of the chair. Certainly use your strong abdominal muscles to engage and lift you up off the back of the chair and come back to sitting up nice and tall once again. Let's take a few more shoulder rolls just to really let all that we've done here settle in and remind you of your mobility, the strength that you've created here, certainly the awareness. And as you go throughout the rest of your day, I'd like you to feel that you could allow the shoulders to be a little bit more in the back and down position, a slight lift of the chest, of the sternum, and the shoulders more back and down versus the very common forward pulling motion that we find. So see if we can activate those strong upper back muscles that we've done here, using those for your good posture and feeling that lovely expansion throughout the chest and shoulders. Also, take care of your head and your neck positioning, and don't forget to breathe. So take this with you. Let me know how you like it, how it's working for you, if you have any questions, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you for being here. Namaste.